What is setting? Nikki.
It's the time and place in which a story is happening. She was in Florida.
Florida. Okay, so you can get into detail. Okay, it might describe things that are happening with the other natural surroundings. That can be a part of the setting. Do you have a question?
It could be in the summer.
It could, right? A season could be part of the setting. I want you to ask yourself, when is it? What's the environment like? What do I mean by that? Avery, for example?
Like the trees or grass or flowers.
Very good. You're going to describe a very different place if you're in the desert or if you're in a rainforest story. It's just a short section of the story. And this section is picked out specifically because it describes the setting of the story Coraline. At the bottom of your paper, all of these questions, while you're reading, that's your purpose for reading. Today is our opportunity to do it together, and then work on doing it in small groups with your different reading material.
Anastasia, can you explain what you're doing?
Well, I'm highlighting parts of the story to draw on my frames. So, and then I'm going to write evidence that.
So most of you have had time to reread the passage about the pumpkin patch, and I see some of you are highlighting. Can you tell me how you're choosing what to highlight?
When I read through it, there's all these pictures coming through my head. But
So when it comes to your head, you highlight it?
Yes.
Can you read me one of your things?
I'm gonna read one.
Paragraph 1. Okay. Read me what you highlighted, that first one.
The leaves on the tree started to change colors. The weather gets a little cooler.
Okay, good. That is good. Did anybody else highlight something different in paragraph 1? Anastasia?
Our window, I could see a small carnival with a Ferris wheel, merry
So far, in paragraph 1, we have 2 things to draw in our visualization picture.
In paragraph 2, they said an old cornfield.
Ooh. Okay. Anybody want to add to that?
Apple cider stand.
We know they sold apple cider, so you're making an inference that there must be an apple cider stand. Okay.
Green pumpkins and yellow pumpkins.
Something that goes right along with that.
Orange and like pumpkins, small ones, big ones, oval ones.
So you're going to draw
I'm gonna draw a pumpkin patch.
a pumpkin patch, and you're going to make. What would we fit the pumpkin patch and the shapes and sizes and colors into? Where would that fit into?
This idea of putting those little wind swirls in your picture so you knew there were cool breezes. Really good ideas.
We can make like leaves different colors.
Because that happens at that time of year, okay?
Hi,
So
Nikki. Can you tell me about some of the things that you chose to draw in your picture? I know you're not done,
Well,
but what have you drawn so far?
I drew the car coming in the dirt, or parking in the dirt, and then I drew the pumpkin patch in front of the fair, and then I drew the little roller coaster ride with the cars going up and down, and I drew the Ferris wheel, and
Oh, I see the hot chocolate stand. Why is that important?
because that's where they found the perfect pumpkin.
We actually got to draw these awesome pictures of it, and then we found evidence in the text to prove that what was in our picture of the setting was actually something that the author had written. We used evidence. Each reading group is going to have their own passage. They are not going to be the same, but it will be really fun to do a gallery walk next week to look at all the other groups' passages, because all your pictures and your text evidence will be different. Tell me the title of the passage. Cole?
Our own new house.
Try it again. Our new old house, okay? Who wants to make a prediction about what this setting passage might be about?
People are gonna move into this old house. It's gonna be new to them.
What kind of setting are you expecting?
Abandoned, like high grass with grass.
What text-to-text connection are you making?
Caroline.
Caroline. That's number your paragraphs. 1, right over here in the corner. Number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we can easily talk about it and know what paragraph we're talking about. Those are 2 separate paragraphs. You see the space in between? Okay, once you do that, start whisper reading it so I can hear you, but you're not disturbing your neighbor.
Branches danced below a third story. When the apartment next door her eyes a few minutes to adjust. Even on hot July city day, the space under the tree was cool.
Okay, so what is our second step after we read the passage? We've numbered our paragraphs. What is our next step?
We go back into the text and highlight what we have to answer for our questions, and after we highlight it all, we write it down on the sheet.
Jacob, that is beautiful.
Gavin, can you tell me what you're doing?
Well, I just finished Where Is It? And now I have to write evidence from the text to explain that it's by an apartment.
A passage called The New Home, and we're going to write where is it, when is it, and what is the weather like, and what is the landscape like, and what is the environment like, and what special details make the setting come alive. Where is landscape like?
What is the landscape like? And what are you finding in your text?
Stuff like filled with stones and rocks.
What are you talking about? How did the setting change?
When it was night, it really looked like monsters during the storm. It was a very scary time, and when he fell asleep and woke up, he noticed that the trees didn't look like monsters anymore.
Okay.
Because the sun was out and you could see it perfectly.
Okay, so we're going to need some new details for what it looks like during the day. Can everybody?
Landscape
Okay.
and a bubbling stream cut across the yard.
It looked pretty nice in the daylight.
Give me more details.
Um,
What else did he see?
garden of flowers growing next to the tree.
X.
Raymond could see a bird sitting on one of the branches.
Okay.